Parce que je me sens mieux. Et je te dis, il y a d'autres moteurs qui sont rentrés en ligne de compte. Alors, j'ai commencé par raconter mon univers, mon quartier, d'où je venais, et puis un petit peu le rapport à ma nouvelle vie, tu vois, ce que ça provoque dans la vie d'un gamin de devenir une vedette, tu vois, une rosta. Et aujourd'hui, je te raconte tout autre chose. J'ai rencontré une femme incroyable, qui est française. Sa famille catholique, la mienne est musulmane. On a eu un enfant, on l'a appelé Léon. Le bordel que c'était. On est en 2010, hein. On pourrait penser que la mixité c'est un truc, c'est plus un sujet. Eh ben non, l'ami. C'est partout un sujet. Je pense que c'est bizarre que la religion prenne de plus en plus de place. Quand j'étais gamin, nous on s'en foutait, notre religion c'était le foot. On jouait 5 fois par jour au foot en direction de la Mecque. On n'avait rien à foutre de ces histoires, tu vois. Si ça prend autant de place aujourd'hui, c'est que certainement la politique a déserté à un endroit, tu vois. C'est pas normal que des gamins de 20 piges se retrouvent avec une barbe jusqu'à l'omoplate, des Stan Smith et une djellaba Lacoste, et qu'ils essaient de prôner la bonne parole. Les mecs, ils n'ont jamais lu le Coran de leur vie, tu vois. Mais s'ils se réfugient là-dedans, c'est qu'on les a pas considérés. Et d'ailleurs, s'ils se réfugient là-dedans, c'est que probablement les seuls qui leur ont parlé sont des religieux. Alors, j'ai pas la solution, mais il y a un truc qui me dérange là-dedans. La religion ne devrait pas prendre autant de place. Moi, je suis musulman pratiquant, pratiquement, tu vois. Ouais, je suis musulman pratiquement, c'est ça que je te disais, tu vois. C'est un bon bourgogne, hein, je te conseille. C'est un bon bourgogne. Non, ça c'est un Bordeaux, ça, pardon, c'est un Lagune. La Lagune. Et ça, tu vois, ça typiquement, ça c'est un truc. C'est un très bon sujet. Je voulais écrire un truc sur le vin et sur le porc. J'ai écrit d'ailleurs un truc sur le porc avec le Jamel Comedy Club. Parce que ça, c'est un vrai bordel. Comment c'est possible? Comment c'est possible qu'on nous interdise ce truc? C'est tellement incroyable le vin. Non mais franchement, c'est une boisson qui existe depuis quoi? 3000 ans? Il y a une raison, hein. Tu vois? Bon, en tout cas, tout ça pour te dire que...
Non, mais c'est intéressant ce que tu dis. Ça veut dire qu'il faut dépasser les commandements des religions quand ils sont plus valables, quoi.
Écoute, oui.
Je pense que porc, il y avait un truc d'hygiène.
Non, mais je pense qu'il faut évoluer. Il faut la faire évoluer tout le temps. Yes, l'ami, c'est bon. Merci, frérot. Il faut la faire évoluer tout le temps. Il faut évoluer comme on évolue nous. Tu vois, on ne sert plus du Minitel. Et pourtant, c'est une invention incroyable. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? On est plus sur 3615 ULA, là, on est sur autre chose, quoi.
Tu peux aller sur plusieurs.fr.
Ah ouais, mais tu vois...
No, Islam is not terrorist religion, and the Muslims are not terrorists. Islam is not fanatic religion, and we are not fanatics. Islam is not extremist religion, and we are not extremists. Islam does not allow suicide, and we don't support suicide bombers. This is very clear, but this is not the issue. The issue is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will repay the kuffar for what they say. And He has already said, they intend to blow out and extinguish the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by blowing with their mouths. So what is blowing with their mouths? It is slander. It is lying. It is the manufacturing of mistruths and misinformation. It is the dissemination of their media, which is global and thorough. Newspapers, magazines, cinema, radio, every way they are sending out their words, their images, their sounds. And this is what the law means by blowing with their mouths. And they're doing everything they can do to enter the hearts of Muslims, to paralyze them, to frighten them, to quiet them, and to tell the rest of the world, Islam and Muslims, they are filthy. They are devils. They are dirty. They are heathens. They want to kill you. They want to dominate the world. They are like vermin. They are like rats. And we have to be careful of them so that when they destroy the Muslim lands and enter the Muslim lands and rob and pillage the Muslims and rape The non-Muslims in those lands, they won't say anything because they will say, they are just rats, and they are just vermin, and they are just terrorists, and they are fanatics, and we have to control them in some way. That's what they do it for. Now you can do what you want to do. The non-Muslim sitting here, you can be whatever you want to be. You can follow whatever you want to follow. You can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. But I say to you that you have a choice to govern your life. You have a choice to make the right choice or the wrong choice. You have a right to submit. You have a right to determine. You have a right to say that I'm willing to follow the conditions. You have a right to do that. Or you can just say, I'm rebellious. I don't care. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to live my life and I'm going to have fun. I'll tell you what living your life and having fun is going to lead you to. Today, the people that seem like they're having the greatest time, having all the fun, is these entertainers, these bling-bling people, like Britney Spears and like Destiny's Child. You sisters know who I'm talking about. These little bling-bling whores. Now, she wasn't a bling-bling whore when she started out. She was a little girl with blonde hair, hopping around and skipping around. She was, at that time, innocent. Her mother and father was letting her dance and sing, and, you know, she got on the radio and the TV, and she got some awards, and she was still a virgin at 13. But by 15, she was a prostitute. And now, she's 19. She's 20. And she had prostituted herself in about 19 different countries. 19 years old. Can you imagine a young girl started out innocent at 13 years old, and she is the hero. She is the model. She is the poster child for all of these women, and she's nothing but a bling-bling whore. And all these other bling-bling criminals that our sons and daughters are wearing their shirts, wearing their coats, wearing their jackets, wearing their hats. Eminem, 50 Cent, wearing all their shirts. These are our heroes, putting up their posters. What are they? They're bling-bling criminals, dope sellers, fornicators, liars, stealers, cursing God, cursing their parents, killing people, selling drugs. And these become our heroes. These movie stars, they become movie stars. They become television stars. Hip-hop, they call them. New generation. Hip-hop. They are going to be hipping and hopping. They're going to be hipping and hopping. They're going to be snap, crackle, and popping in the hellfire. Yes, they will be hipping and hopping. Because that is the final consequence for corruption. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Hal jaza'ul ihsan illa al-ihsan. Is there any other reward for good other than good? If you don't do good, how do you think you're going to expect good? So as a result, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown us that all of these people who seem to be having fun, who have become the heroes, the television, the movie stars, the poster stars, the magazine stars, looking like they're all happy and proud and big homes and big money, so forth, they are the most miserable people. They die early. They are diseased. They live with despair. They wind up lonely and living in dark places. They are the most frustrated people, and when they die, they have no legacy whatsoever. Why? Because everything that the Creator told us not to do, when we do it, it winds up with disease. You name it. If the Creator told us not to drink alcohol, what is one of the greatest diseases in the world today? If the Creator told us not to use drugs, what is one of the greatest diseases in the world today? If the Creator told us not to fornicate, not to commit adultery, what is the greatest disease in the world today? Sexually transmitted diseases. If the Creator told us to be fair, don't take interest, what is the greatest source of stress in the world today? Debt. Everything the Creator said don't do, if you do it, because you have the will to do it, it ends up with disease. Everything the Creator said to do, if you do it, it winds up as a gift. It winds up as a refinement. It winds up as an acquired habit. It winds up as something that you can leave as a legacy. If the Creator said, do good actions, a person that tells the truth, he builds around them and insulates around themselves children, society, corporation, business, government that is built upon truth. Truth only leads to truth. Lies only lead to lies. When the Creator said to us, perform worship, recognize, pay tribute, complete the terms, when you see that a person is driven by faith, when you see that a person's life falls within the parameters of faith, a person's conscience is driven by faith, when a person, it brings about honor, it brings about integrity, it brings about strength, support, reputation. Today, as a result of the fact that the Creator has said to us, respect each other, we have no more family values. And what has the loss of family values led to? Again, disease. So the non-Muslim sitting here, I'm saying to you that you have a personal responsibility. Your personal responsibility is to make the choice, to bear witness, to accept, to declare, to put yourself on a path where you recognize your Creator. And secondly, not only that you recognize your Creator, but that you're willing to make some kind of tribute towards your Creator by either praising or by following or adhering. And finally, you have a choice. You have a responsibility to not only accept and to recognize, but to conform. Conform means submit.